Hey, Peace World, thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Please hit that subscribe button. If you like the way that any topics or subjects are being discussed, broken down, reviewed, recapped, analyzed, etc., feel free to hit the like button. That type of engagement would be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment. If I'm wrong on something, let me know. I'm not trying to tell you that my word is I'm above reproach, you know. So long story short, get into some bite down boxing talk. What are we? This is the second week of Top Ranks Summer Series, and tonight we have in the main event is former two time two division champion um, from Puerto Rico, and I'm drawing a blank. The sniper, Pedraza. Pedraza against Mikkel Slick Mick, Mikkel Mikel LesPierre. This is Pedraza going up to super lightweight. Um, does this main event do anything for anybody? I guess is my whole thing here. And looking at tonight's card, the co-main event is um, the Stockton King, Gabriel Flores Jr., taking on, I don't even know this guy's name, but he's got over 20 victories, only one or two losses, no more than three. And it seems like a pretty decent step up, or not really, just in how they're grooming Gabriel Flores Jr. Um, but I'm saying, is it enough for you to care? You know, Flores Jr. was one of the youngest to ever be signed. I think he signed with Top Rank at 16. I'm not sure if the Xander Zayas kid beat him in that regard. He was also signed, and I'm surprised Xander Zayas has not been on one of these cards yet. Um, but does anybody have the time for the grooming process? And we get into the discussions. These guys. When did they get their man strength? Where are the knockouts? Where's the big jump between fights? It's so many things to pick these fights apart and to pick this process apart, but it's a key part of the process. So like I said, Pedraja and LesPierre. LesPierre fought. He challenged for a title when I cannot remember anybody's name. Maurice Hooker had a title, and he lost by a unanimous decision in the last year or so. And so that's to show you that he's a world challenger. I'm just saying, man. Until we get the obvious, hell, there's only a couple of household names in this sport, but until we get the names that really move the needle for boxing, it just seems kind of like we're kidding ourselves. Because I haven't heard. I'm just not really seeing the buzz there for anything that we're seeing. But people are trying. I don't even think I saw TV numbers for Tuesday night's card with Joshua Greer being upset by Magic Mike Plania. But that's it. Also on the card, we have this David Kaminsky kid. It's a super middleweight fight. Kaminsky is undefeated, 6-0, I think, 3 knockouts. Taking on super spoiler Clay Collard, MMA background. He's defeated 2 undefeated fighters in a row. They weren't really prospects, but younger fighters. One of them being from Cincinnati, and of course I can't pull his name out of the thin air. So anyway, I'll skip that. But I guess so. We'll see if Clay Collard can do what he does. Again, remember he had the big the high stepping celebration the last time out when he stopped the other undefeated fighter. When he stopped him and he became had a little I don't know if he made Sports Center, but that was a PBC card. But that's it for tonight. Now, one thing that I guess I'm getting is, you know, is Top Rank somewhat to blame here for the way the fights are being received? Should they be doing more for? Should they be doing more in terms of like where's? It seems like somebody like Christina Poncher could be used either on the YouTube channel, a Top Rank podcast, something on ESPN Plus that we can go to. It seems like, but then we get into language barrier. I don't think Pedraza really speaks. I don't think he speaks English. If he doesn't speak it well, um, some of these guys have been Eastern European guys. We had Guido Vianello on there, speaks a little. So I don't know. Even if you set up these types of shows, and you got to get interpreters involved. But it's got to be some way. Long story short, it's got to be some way for us to know who these guys are long before fight night, and that just seems to be the struggle. Um, there's at least one. I want to say a couple MMA shows or shows devoted to UFC, and they discuss these guys. I don't know if they're household names or not because I don't follow that sport that closely, but I just think it's kind of doing the boxing product a little disservice that these guys are really only being showcased and a light is only really being shined on them while they're warming up, and then once they get into the ring, and then that's it. And the winner gets some time with Bernardo or Osuna after the fact. But other than that, a lot of these guys, we just there aren't many opportunities being created for fans to get to know these guys and to really care. And like I said, if it's not one of maybe 7 or 8 names, 8 or 10 names, 8 to 10 names, it really doesn't drive the buzz and the activity for the sport. So it just seems to be a lingering problem for boxing. Saturday, you will see Emmanuel Navarrete fighting out of TV Azteca Studios. That's Saturday night. It's one of the hardest working world title holders in the sport. All action guy, high volume, action packed, everything you could want. Fighting 4 and 5 times a year. So he'll be up Saturday. I apologize. I don't know who his opponent's name is right now, but the guy works, and I give him that. Thinking I should have opened up with this with my other thought before transitioning over to boxing. So I won't go into that right now. But that's what we have on the lineup for tonight. I think 4 or 5 fights, maybe 5. But the other guys are just guys along, at different spots in the grooming process for them. So I'm going to check it out. And then look forward to Saturday night. There are maybe 2 or 3 fights that'll be on there besides the Navarrete fight. So we'll see what happens. It's boxing, man. What are we gonna do? Hopefully people are enjoying it. I did see on somebody else's platform or maybe another podcast or something. I heard where PBC did have an event coming together or a card coming together, so that would be dope to see them get involved. Ryan Garcia spurning an opportunity to fight on the 4th over money, and the ensuing drama between him and his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, referring to Virgil Ortiz Jr. as the future of boxing. I would think that would be a phrase that they just ripped off of away from how they were marketing young Ryan and put it over here with Virgil. I don't know if this is a good look for the kid. We will see. I'll just leave it at that for right now. Hey, bite down boxing. Don't let them count you out. Thanks for checking out Pay Me No Mind. Bunch of recent new subscribers coming to the channel. I appreciate that 3,000%. Oh my goodness. the Jose Pedraza fight is called off because LesPierre's manager had a positive test for COVID-19. So this is crazy. It just came across. It's on the ticker for ESPN right now. So let me get on off of here. Gabriel Flores Jr. I'd hate to say cancel it. I mean, and this is why I said it didn't make much sense for Bob to go out there and try to boldly say and predict that they would not have this type of problem. Because it's a medical matter and all of these countermeasures and all the protocol and everything. And and I know they've limited the team members and whatnot, but it's just very difficult to control. And so there it is. So I said all this, and now that's the new word. Let me get on off here. Peace.